Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be solving 60 MCQ questions on Renaissance and post-Renaissance art, specially prepared for CUET PG Fine Art exam. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to check out my previous videos. I have already uploaded lessons on many important topics, so do watch them as well. Alright, without wasting any more time, let's begin. First question. The word Renaissance literally means option C, rebirth. Next, Renaissance art first developed in option B, Italy. Next, the main intellectual force behind Renaissance art was option C, humanism. Next, humanism emphasized option C, human dignity and potential. Next, Renaissance art was a reaction against option C, medieval art. Next, linear perspective creates an illusion of option C, depth and space. Next, the concept of linear perspective was first systematized by option C, Brunelleschi. Next, Renaissance artists studied anatomy mainly to option B, improve realism. Next, the painting Mona Lisa is famous mainly for option C, sfumato technique. Next, sfumato refers to option B, blurred outlines and soft shading. Next, the Last Supper represent option B, human emotions and perspective. Next, which artist painted the Last Supper? Option D, Leonardo da Vinci. Next, Michelangelo is best known as a option B, sculptor and painter. Next, the Sistine Chapel ceiling depicts option C, biblical scenes. Next, Renaissance sculpture revived the concept of option D, classical nude. Next, Donatello's importance lies in his option C, bronze sculptures. Next, Raphael's art is admired for option B, balanced composition. Next, the school of Athens symbolize option B, classical philosophy. Next, the High Renaissance represent option C, peak of harmony and balance. Next, High Renaissance art aimed at option C, ideal perfection. Next, oil painting became popular in Renaissance because it option B, allowed detailed realism. Next, Venetian Next, Venetian Renaissance painting is especially known for option C, color and light. Next, Titan belonged to the option C, Venetian school. Next, fresco painting is done on option B, wet plaster. Next, Giotto is important because he option C, added realism and volume. Next, Renaissance architecture emphasized option C, classical symmetry. Next, the Medici family were patrons from option D, Florence. Next, Renaissance artists believed art should be based on option C, observation of nature. Next, chiaroscuro means option C, light and shadow contrast. Next, chiaroscuro helped to create Option B. Illusion of volume. Next, Renaissance art rejected medieval. Option C. Stiffness and symbolism. Next, Renaissance paintings often included. Option C. Natural landscapes. Next, patronage during Renaissance mainly came from. Option B. Merchants and church. Next, individual artist identity became important because. Option B. Humanism valued individuality. Next, Renaissance art marked the shift from. Option C. Medieval to modern thinking. Next, Mannerism developed. Option C. After High Renaissance. Next, Mannerist art is characterized by. Option C. Elongated figures. Next, post Renaissance Baroque art focused more on. Option C. Emotional drama. Next, Renaissance artist studies geometry to. Option B. Create perspective. Next, Renaissance art is often called. Option C. Classical revival. Next, Renaissance sculptures shows figures in. Option B. Natural movement. Next, vanishing point lies on the. Option C. Horizon line. Next, Renaissance painters preferred. Option B. Observations from life. Next, Renaissance art encouraged. Option B. Scientific inquiry. Next, Renaissance is important because it. Option C. Changed Western art direction. Next, Renaissance artists believed beauty lies in. Option B. Nature and proportion. Next, Renaissance art often included themes of. Option B. Mythology and humanity. Next, Renaissance painting technique improved. Option B. Spatial illusion. Next, Renaissance sculpture revived interest in. Option C. Human body. Next, Renaissance art believed in. Option C. Human potential. Next, the Renaissance period roughly dates from. Option C. 14th to 16th century. Next, the High Renaissance ended around. Option C. 1520. Next, Baroque art began around. Option C. 1600. Next, Renaissance painters focused more on. Option B. Figure and space. Next, Renaissance art shows confidence in. Option B. Human intellect. Next, Renaissance artists often combined. Option A. Art and science. Next, Renaissance painting differs from medieval because it is. Option C. More realistic. Next, Renaissance art laid the foundation for. Option B. Baroque art. Next, Renaissance sculptures shows. Option C. Idealized anatomy. Last question. Renaissance art is significant because it. Option C. Humanized art. That's all for today. See you in the next one. Bye bye.